Hello friends, today our topic of discussion is positioning. Positioning is the third step under STP model. We have studied that marketers follow segmentation and targeting strategies with the intention of positioning the product in the minds of customers. What is positioning? Positioning is creating a place or position in the minds of consumers for the product. It is the process of creating a feeling of attachment among the customers towards the product. Through positioning, the product is placed in the hearts of customers, and this is the way how loyal customers are created. We all want to be loved by others. We all want to get a place in the hearts of our beloved persons. When we realize that our beloved people love us very much and they give us an important place in the bottom of their hearts, we feel happy and satisfied. Similar to this, marketers feel happy and satisfied when they realize that their products has a place in the bottom of the hearts of many customers. All the marketers are trying hard to make this possible. The efforts for placing the product in the hearts of customers can be called positioning. Positioning is the process of making the product most favorable to the customers. It is the process of attaching the product with the minds of customers. In the words of Philip Kotler, positioning is the act of designing the company's offer and image so that it occupies a distinct and valued place in the target consumer's minds. If you people think of Vicks when you feel headache or itchy throat, it means that the marketer has won in the positioning process. Many products such as Dettol, Colgate, Pierce, Maggi, Godrej, Sony, Toyota, Apple, etc. have succeeded in positioning the brands in the minds of customers. When we discuss positioning, one important aspect of it is to be noted. Usually, two terms, product positioning and brand positioning, are used in marketing literature. Both product positioning and brand positioning are focused on acquiring space in the minds of customers. For example, Dettol, Colgate, Lifebuoy, Pierce, Maggi, etc. are products manufactured and marketed by famous companies. Do you know the names of the manufacturers of these products? May not. Because these products are advertised with the product names and the company names are not getting much relevance in advertisements. On the other side, Godrej, Honda, Sony, Toyota, etc. are the companies itself. They are the manufacturers. In the advertisements, these company names are getting much relevance. Product names are secondary here. Two strategies of positioning are seen here. Some companies try to position the products manufactured by them, and some other companies try to position their company name itself. Product positioning is the process of positioning products manufactured by companies. Here products like Dettol, Pierce, Maggi, etc. gets relevance. This strategy communicates product attributes to the customers. That means product positioning strategy creates an impression of the products in the minds of customers. Product position is very important for large scale companies who offer many products in the same category. For example, Hindustan Unilever markets a number of toilet soaps. Lux, Rexona, Lifebuoy, Pierce, Dove, etc. are some of them. HUL advertises each product separately so as to keep their own customers. In fact, in the market, the different soaps of HUL are competing with each other. Here, each product is competing in the market with their own another product. Here, each product is trying to obtain a place in the minds of customers. This is product positioning. Product positioning is a costly affair. It requires separate advertisements and positioning strategies for each product. Here, the product has a separate identity. But brand positioning is different. Brand positioning refers to positioning the company's brand in consumers' mind. Sony, Philips, Toyota, etc. are trying to create the company image. This is brand positioning. The main purpose of brand positioning is to create a unique impression of the company brand name in the consumer's mind. For example, Philips is marketing a number of products in the market. Their strategy is not to highlight each and every product separately. Instead, they market their different products under the brand Philips. Their intention is to position the brand name and brand image in the minds of customers. By doing so, they can easily market any product by simply naming under the umbrella brand Philips. Bajaj also follows a similar strategy, the brand positioning strategy. Their products are positioned as Bajaj bulb, Bajaj tube, Bajaj fan, Bajaj auto, Bajaj finance, etc. The term Bajaj gets relevance here because Bajaj brand is positioned here. Sony, Toyota, Tata, etc. are positioning the brand name instead of their individual products. Here, these companies can easily introduce any product under their brand name and logo. No separate individual introduction is needed for their products. Okay, positioning depends on many factors. The product, company, competition, consumer behavior, everything is important in positioning. Under marketing philosophy, the factors relevant in positioning are called elements of positioning. Thus, product, company, competition and consumer behavior are the important elements of positioning. The product is very important. The customers must be attracted to the product with its design, special features, attributes, quality, packaging, etc. Such features of product creates its own image in the minds of customers. Material ingredients of a product are also important in the process of product positioning. Here the product attributes are advertised, and based on these product features and attributes, the marketer is trying to position the product in the minds of customers. The company and its goodwill is also an important element in positioning. The goodwill of a company is very important factor in creating an image of the product. If the customer believes that a particular company manufactures only quality products, it can be easily positioned in the minds of customers. For example, Tata, Godrej, HUL, Sony, Maruti, etc. have very good reputation in the market. When such reputed companies introduce a new product, it can be easily positioned than other companies. Competition, it is another important element in positioning. Customers always compare products with its competing products. When you select a toilet soap, you compare various soaps available in the market. Generally, consumers make a careful study of competing products before selecting a particular product for purchase. Product image is built in consumers' mind in relation to the competing product. When a person makes a buying decision, he compares different alternatives and evaluates the competitive advantages of each product. Such a comparison gives an insight into the quality and utility of the product. This is how certain brands are demanded by customers over and above other products by the competitors. This is how certain brands and marketers are preferred by customers over and above others. Consumer behavior is the next element. Ultimate aim of positioning is to create a place in consumers' minds. It is necessary to study the consumer behavior towards the product before applying a positioning strategy. Consumers have certain specific likes and dislikes on some products and its features. Only those products which can satisfy most of their likes and preferences can obtain a place in their minds. Customer beliefs, attitudes, perception, experiences, personality, etc. are important factors in developing such preferences. More and more studies on consumer behavior are needed before developing positioning strategies. Positioning requires planned approaches. Now we can look at the steps involved in positioning a product. Marketing literature says that there are 5 steps in positioning process. Identifying possible competitive advantage, identifying the position of competitors, choosing the right competitive advantage, developing and communicating competitive advantage, and review the positioning strategies. These are the 5 steps in the positioning process. We can examine these steps one by one. The first step is to identify the possible competitive advantage. What is competitive advantage? Competitive advantage is the advantage or a benefit of a product over and above its competitors. If Maruti cars can satisfy the customers more than Tata cars can, of course we can say that Maruti cars have certain competitive advantage. When a particular marketer provides more value to the customers than the competitors do, of course they will get a competitive advantage. Thus, competitive advantage is the comparative advantage of a product than that of competing product. Every marketer may have some weak areas or some aspects which require further attention. Competitors are vigilant in finding such weak areas so that they can offer their product accordingly. How could Nirma attract customers? Nirma offered low-priced washing powder and created the competitive advantage. Nirma could understand the requirements of customers and could offer that value to the customers. Thus, the customers were attracted to Nirma. People will be attracted to that product which has competitive advantage. The second step is to identify position of the competitor. In this step, the marketer carefully studies the role and relevance of competitor in the minds of the targeted group. Before introducing Nirma, Patel studied about HUL and Surf. He could understand that Surf was a very good product preferred by many, but high priced. He realized that low priced washing powder can attract the middle class people in India. It was the opportunity for Patel. He developed a low-priced product and presented it as an ideal product for middle-class people. Under this second step, marketer makes a study about the role and the relevance of competitor with a view to develop a suitable and effective marketing strategy. Third step, it is choosing the right competitive advantage. When we make a study on competitor and their competing product, we can easily realize the competitive advantages that we need to apply on our product. We could see that Patel studied the position of HUL and role of Surf and chose the price as his competitive advantage. He used that advantage to win over the competitor. Thus, he developed low priced and good quality substitute for Surf. Every marketer should develop and market his product in accordance with the competitive advantage over the competitor. Under this third step, marketer decides the competitive advantage of his own product. Here the marketer decides which competitive advantages should be there on his products. Next step is to communicate the competitive advantage. This is the process of informing the customers about the product and its competitive advantages. After developing Nirma, Patel promoted the product as a low-priced substitute for surf. Actually, many were eagerly waiting for such a low-priced product similar to surf. Therefore, when they knew about Nirma, they liked it very much. Nirma could easily win the hearts of many. When the customers know about the comparative advantages of the product, they are attracted to it. Here it is the marketer who should make the product and its features familiar to the customers. Advertising and other marketing communication strategies can be used to communicate the competitive advantages to the customers. The last step in positioning is to review the strategy. This is to ensure how the positioning strategy works in the actual market. Markets are dynamic. They keep on changing. Tastes and preferences of customers may change. Strategies of competitors may change. After a desired position is developed, the marketer should continue to monitor its position through brand tracking and monitoring. Necessary new strategies are to be developed when competitors introduce better products with better competitive advantage. In the market, competition is always live, and therefore no marketer can sit idle even after successfully implementing a positioning strategy. We should remember that Nirma could win in the positioning strategy at first, but HUL introduced Wheel to compete with Nirma. Thus, the competitor may enter into the market at any time with a better product. Therefore, the marketer should be ready to monitor the strategies at every point of time. Okay. So far, we could see the elements and steps in the positioning strategy. While describing the steps in the positioning strategy, we could see that the marketer should communicate the competitive advantages of the product to the customers, because the customers should know the competitive benefits and advantages of using a particular product. They should get a reason to buy our products. Customers will be ready to buy our products only if they realize that the product has some competitive advantages. Therefore, it is very much necessary to inform the advantages of the product to the customers. What all competitive advantages should be communicated to the customers? It may be the high quality, or it may be the lower price, durability, attractive design, ideal size, more features, etc. However, it doesn't mean that by informing the advantages, the product can position in the minds of customers. In order to position the product, marketers apply many more strategies. Product attributes, comparative benefits, user personality, price positioning, occasion positioning, competitor positioning, category positioning, USP marketing, newer segmentation, new packaging, etc., etc. are some of the positioning strategies applied by the marketers. These are called positioning strategies or positioning bases. Now we can look at the basis or strategies of positioning. We can start with the product attributes. Marketer communicates the product attributes in order to get competitive advantages. What is meant by product attributes? Product attributes are the features and characteristics of the product. When Nano car was introduced, it was presented as a car at the cost of a bike. Byju's Learning App is presented as a complete solution to all teaching and learning issues. Here the positioning is attempted on the basis of product attributes, the product features, based on the product features. The marketer can attempt positioning by highlighting the product attributes, qualities, utilities and its applications. For example, Lux is presented as a beauty soap. Chandrika is presented as a skin care soap. Here the marketer highlights the product attributes and position the product on the basis of such attributes. Positioning can also be done by explaining the benefits of the products. Vim Bar is presented as an effective product to wash the dishes and utensils. Here the product's benefits and utilities are highlighted. Now the mobile handsets are presented before the customers as a multitasking gadget. You can use it as a phone, camera, net browser, messenger and whatnot. Airtel says that it provides speedy internet. Here the utilities of using a particular product are highlighted. The customers who are very particular on the benefits of the product are attracted easily with this kind of strategy. When the products are positioned by communicating the comparative benefits and utilities, it is called comparative benefit strategy. The marketer can also present the product as a method to express the user's personality. Here the relation between the product and personality of the user are connected. Raymond is advertising their shirting and suiting with the word the complete man. Here the product is presented as it can improve the personality of the user. Similarly, Mercedes-Benz cars are positioned as a symbol of status which can improve personality of the user. Two-wheeler marketers often present their bikes and motorcycles in such a way as it can reflect your power, courage, energy and adventurous actions. Young and dynamic people will be attracted to such kind of advertisements as they believe that their powerful, energetic and adventurous personality can be improved with that product, with that bike. Sometimes the marketers use a price positioning strategy. Under this strategy, product is presented as a less priced one or price effective one. Price is an important factor in positioning. Most of the people are price sensitive as they prefer using their money most effectively. Discounts and offers are parts of such a strategy. Online giants like Flipkart and Amazon are using this strategy very often. Another strategy, it is occasion positioning. You might have heard, have a break, have a Kit Kat. Whenever you want to take a break, you can enjoy a Kit Kat. Here the product is positioning as an ideal one for a specific occasion. Ice cream parlors and coffee shops provide facilities to enjoy occasions. Tourist places and resorts are marketed as ideal places for enjoying occasions. In the case of clothing, you can see casual wears and party wears. Different dresses are available for different occasions. Textile and jewelry marketers market their special products as unavoidable elements to make the special occasions memorable. This is occasion positioning. Here the products are placed as the most suitable one for enjoying the specific occasions. Competition positioning is another strategy adopted by marketers to attract customers. Competitor positioning is the method of positioning a product or brand, claiming that it is better than the competitor. Asianet claims that they are the first channel and reach to the maximum customers. Malayalam Manorama claims that they have the maximum number of subscribers. Our TV channels and newspapers often promote their products, claiming that their products are having maximum customers. Under competitor positioning, the products are presented as they enjoy some advantages over and above their competitors. Toilet cleaners and toothpastes are often advertised as they solve 99.99% problems compared to the other ordinary products. Here the products are presented as better choice than the competitors. Category positioning is also effective. Under this strategy, the product is presented as an ideal one for a particular category of customers. Horlicks presents separate products for different categories. They have special Horlicks for women. They have special Horlicks for children. With this kind of positioning, the marketer creates an image that the product is specially developed for that special category of customers and therefore most suitable for them. This is category positioning. Johnson & Johnson claims that they look after your child better than any other, as they are the specialists in the category. Under category positioning, the marketer makes the customer believe that they can serve the category better than any other do. USP positioning is the next strategy. It is a usual method of positioning. USP means unique selling proposition. USP is the unique features of one particular product or brand or company compared to others. USP is the special advantage or unique benefit of the product which cannot claim by any other. USP is also called the unique selling point or the unique value proposition, etc. It is the marketing strategy of informing customers about how one's own brand or product is superior to its competitors. Chandrika soap claims that the soap is manufactured by using special Ayurvedic ingredients and therefore highly effective against skin problems. Solving skin problems is the USP of Chandrika soap. Colgate toothpaste claims that the toothpaste can protect the health of teeth and thus ensures total strength. Thus, total strength of teeth is ensured by Colgate. They are advertising these strengths as their USP. Close-up claims it can ensure freshness and energy. By highlighting the USP, marketer can position the product in the minds of customers. Next strategy is presenting the product as the one most suitable for a new segment. Until Nirma was introduced, there was no segmentation for washing powders. Then Patel presented Nirma as a washing powder for middle class people of India. Here, the product created a new segment and presented as the one which is specifically designed to meet the requirements of that segment. Byju's Learning App is the other one which was presented as the complete solution to solve the learning and teaching problems through online mode. Now, a number of online tuition applications have been introduced to capture the new online learning market. Such products are presented as an ideal one for the newly created group of customers. Such a strategy is highly effective as it gets better mileage as the beginners in the segment. Here a particular new segment is created or a particular new product is presented before the customers. Packaging is another positioning strategy. Package can attract many customers. Packaging is also used as a repositioning strategy also. What is repositioning? Repositioning is placing the product again in the market with a different image. Here a product which has already been presented in another image is presented again with a new image. It may be with the change in name, logo, design or packaging. When the original positioning ends with a failure or when the product fails continuously in competition, the marketer may reposition the product with another image. Here, an already positioned product is presented in the market with a revised positioning strategy. Recently, Canara Bank changed its logo and presented itself as a new bank with a new generation technology and features. This is to change the old image of the bank as an old public sector bank with outdated outlook. Similarly, by presenting the product in a new package, the marketer tries to create a fresh feeling and image in the minds of customers. Better packaging, new logo, new brand name, etc. are also used by marketers to get a refreshed feeling. Another strategy is hybrid positioning. When a marketer markets the products with two or more strategies together, it is termed as hybrid positioning. Here, two or more strategies are applied together to get a multiple impact on positioning. So far, we have been discussing about positioning. Positioning may not be successful always. A business itself is a risky venture. Its strategies may or may not succeed in the market. It may be because of errors or faults in the positioning strategy. Generally, 4 types of errors are occurred in positioning. These are under positioning, over positioning, doubtful positioning, and confused positioning. Under positioning refers to the situation where the marketer fails to communicate the complete benefits and advantages of the product to the customers. The product may be a good one with a number of benefits and competitive advantages, but the marketer is not communicating these advantages to the customers. And what happens? The consumers get a blurred and unclear idea of the brand. Under positioning occurs either due to the inability of the marketer to make effective communication or due to marketing myopia. Have you heard about marketing myopia? Marketing myopia is a situation when a company has a narrow-minded marketing approach and it focuses mainly on only 1 or 2 aspects out of many possible marketing attributes. For example, now due to COVID-19 pandemic, everyone wears mask and therefore masks have high demand. A number of marketers have emerged into the business. Here the marketer thinks that if he sells masks at a very low price, he can sell more. And he manufactured high quality masks in large quantities and started selling it at a very low price. Here the marketer advertised the product in all medias, highlighting the low price feature of mask. What happened? People thought that the masks would be of low quality and that may be the reason why the marketer sells it at low price. People were interested in high quality masks because it requires to protect the health. And the marketer failed to understand this fact. And instead of communicating the quality of mask, he communicated that it was really very cheap and cost-effective one. Here the marketer failed to understand the market or customers and wrongly communicated the features. This is marketing myopia. Because of this, the marketer is not giving necessary information to the customers and the consumers are not getting complete details. When under-positioning occurs, the consumers are not getting the clear image of the product. Under-positioning is considered as an error in positioning strategy. Almost the opposite that the problem is referred under over-positioning. This is where the marketer overemphasizes one or two points of the product, and the problem here is that the target market may interpret the product as being a very specialized solution to another type of customers. When a textile marketer advertises that it is an ideal shop for wedding sarees, some may think that it is a shop for wedding sarees only. Thinking so, some customers may not go there for buying their shirting and suiting. Here the product is positioned as a highly special one for a special group, and many customers feel that it is a special place for some other group. In the example, the marketer emphasized on wedding sarees, believing that it would attract more wedding purchases. But in actual situation, it resulted into a negative impact. Here also, the customers are not getting a clear image of the product. Even though the product is meant for them, they think that it is for some other groups. Confused positioning takes place when the marketer places the product with two or more features which contradict themselves. Because of the contradictory claims, the consumers may get confused and refrain from purchasing. It is a positioning error that leaves consumers with a confused image of the company, its products or brands. Sometimes the marketer creates too many associations with the product or reposition the product brand very frequently. Frequent repositioning of products may create confusion among the consumers. Similarly, contradictory claims may create confusion among the consumers. Frequent changes in positioning, contradictory claims, etc. are harmful. This results in confusion among customers. Doubtful positioning is the other situation where the buyer finds it extremely difficult to believe the claims of marketer. When we watch the advertisements of some products, we may have the feeling that these are false claims and they may not be possible. This means that the positioning strategy is not convincing the potential buyers about the claims. Here the customers do not agree with the claims made by marketers. Consumers keep doubts in their minds regarding the benefits of the product. This is doubtful positioning. When the products present before the customers, it should be convincing. While attempting positioning, the marketer should be very careful. Certain principles should be kept in his mind. Firstly, it is better to be the first one in the market who comes with a new positioning strategy. In order to be the first, the marketer can create a segment or he can introduce a product with new attributes. It is a proven fact that the first gets the best attention. Secondly, study the customers and competitors very accurately. It is to be realized that even in the case of established products, there may be some aspects in which the consumers seek better alternatives. A marketer should never be overconfident about his product. And he should never underestimate a competitor. Next point, simple and easy brand name is better than complicated names. The brand image, the brand name, etc. should be simple and easy. Names such as Amul, Milma, Medimix, etc. are simple as well as capable of reflecting the nature of product. Such naming, branding strategies are more helpful to position the product easily. Okay, with this we can stop the discussion on positioning. We can meet again in the next class with another topic. Thank you.